Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for sharing space with me today. If you're new, my name is Melaina Landrio, and I'm just going to jump in with a quick reading that I just started to do, and I realized that it's for somebody here. So it starts with a new beginning. So you may be somebody who suddenly began in the past year or so a new journey. You completed a cycle, you learned something about yourself and realized that you didn't need to partake in a specific direction any longer. And from this, you suddenly changed. It appeared like overnight to somebody, and this took them by surprise. And when I was pulling these cards, this card in particular flew out of my deck and it fanned the flame. You can see it's kind of a weak candle that I have here. It fanned it and it immediately sparked up by the force of it flying out of the deck. So somebody's feeling the heat of your new journey. Okay? And this is what I'm getting from the Fool card. And from here, the Fool card, your new beginning has been influenced by a Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is essentially somebody's casting illusions, creating some form of deception in your energy field, trying to distort your energy in some way, shape, or form. And this is whomever is feeling this heat of your new beginning, whomever is surprised or taken back that you decided for change. Okay? And they had a goal here. And the goal was some form of exchange. And this was an exchange, like a financial exchange for a service. So this could be a group of three. This could be one individual paying two other people to create some form of illusions, distortion for you in regards to your new beginning. Okay, so you may have been feeling this as you've started on your new journey, and I get the sense this is likely not new for you. Like, this has been a few years in the making. It could be a year. It could be 6 months. This is something that, yes, it's a new energy. It's a new direction for you completely, 100%. But it's not new information for you. You've been walking this journey for a period of time. But I get the sense that this person maybe is surprised. They maybe something popped up on them that made them realize that you were in a new beginning. They didn't quite get that memo. And so the Fool card, your new beginning, kind of emanated this tower essence to whomever this person is who's deciding to create some form of Seven of Cups distortion for you. And this tower is in your past. So this is likely what may have pushed you into this change, into this circumstance where you've decided, fuck this, I'm moving this way. Okay? And this tower, it may have appeared on the outside as a tower to those who didn't know what was going on internally with you. But to you, it was an illusion. And whomever was watching this supposed tower that you went through, they're starting to see now that it wasn't a tower per se, that it was perhaps an illusion or some form of distortion. Maybe the return to center on the distortion that they were sending to your energy field. That could be it. That could very well be it. And then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And this is lining up with the Seven of Cups in the upright. And the Seven of Cups, as you know, represents the distortion, the energy interference. Pardon me. The Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like there was like this created experience because of the Seven of Cups interference, okay? This interference created some form of experience for you where you may have found like everything you tried to achieve or everything you tried to accomplish or all the things that you aspired to put together and create or do, it seemed to maybe fall short, fall flat, didn't seem to go anywhere. It was probably an unusual experience for you, because for the most part, when you would offer some form of whatever this was for you, it would be met with open arms. But for some reason, there was a period of time where it seemed like everything you tried to do felt like it was blocked, like it stopped, like it was unsuccessful in some way, shape, or form. And it was almost like everything in your life was infused with some form of difficulty. Maybe you were met with a lot of envy or jealousy. Maybe you noticed like people like just treating you a little bit indifferently. And it was maybe perhaps bizarre. And I get the sense this is the transference of this energy implementing onto you. So this tells me some form of spell work, some sort of illusion, projection, a really transference. It's like this creation of distortion, this creation of illusion, this creation of how can I make this person fall flat? And it's transferred over towards you in your energy field. So when you were to go out and try to do something, this distortion, this transference would likely stick to you in some way, shape, or form where it begins to emanate from you in some way, shape, or form. This is what I'm getting. And like when I think about like, because it's here, it's the Three of Pentacles, right? There's for sure three people at a minimum earning money in exchange for some form of service or paying money in exchange for some form of service. And it's like, if you look at this card here, you could see up here, there's like this big moon here. To me, this looks like a face looking down like, oh, really? Like an ancestor. Like, what are you guys doing down there? Like being observed. And this is what this is feeling like for me. So it's like being watched in their energy. And so when I think about these two cards together in regards to the Seven of Cups influencing your new journey by creating some deception for you, some sort of discord for you, some difficulty, the professional experience of this idea of this card, this implementation of the Three of Pentacles, it's really screaming spell work. It's screaming transference of energy. It's screaming magic. And so this is something that a professional has casted out upon you. And if this is somebody that you had some form of relation with, you may have known them. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it is a friend of a friend of a friend. This is somebody that smiled in your face but hated you behind your back. They were very dishonest and they were very fake. And I get the sense that you could see through that. And that might be why you rub them the wrong way kind of experience is coming up to my mind. Our spirit's making me aware like you have rubbed them the wrong way. And it's not necessarily you went out of your way to make this person be pissy with you. Just the way you are irritates this person's demons. And they can't help but try to offer you some form of an attack because I think they have nothing else to offer. You're coming out here as the Queen of Pentacles. And when I look at the Queen of Pentacles, she's in the upright. And so this is telling me that you're a mother. You're definitely somebody who mothers a lot of growth, a lot of fertility, very vivacious energy. Like you have this energy that just, it gives. And you could be a mother. And you're somebody who has a very fertile foundation. So you don't have a lack when it comes to creating things, and which is why being met with this disappointment of the Seven of Swords in reverse, when you're throwing out your heart and you're placing things out that you mean from the bottom of your heart, that you offer to people because you want to help people, or you want to offer some form of assistance in some way, shape, or form. Being that it's the Queen of Pentacles, like you've been through a lot, you're able to share your knowledge and your experiences with others, and this wasn't something that this person who paid to go up against you out of envy or jealousy. So you're somebody who's coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, and this tells me, when I see this card, like you've lived to understand, and you've lived to get some form of security in regards to your own self, in regards to your environments and your choices. This is somebody who has learned to become calm amidst the storm. This is somebody who has learned to have patience or acquire patience through the understanding of the discord that has occurred to you because of someone's lack of it. This is, you have serenity, and you have virtue. But it's almost like they painted you to appear like you were the opposite. That's like they placed these distortions, the Seven of Cups illusions, on this new beginning that you're trying to achieve. It just really screams like self-love. When I think about these two cards, like this, the Fool card being a new journey, a new start, a fresh something. It's like you're starting to love yourself. You're starting to accept yourself. You're starting to embrace yourself. You're starting to move in the truth of who you are. And somebody's pissed by this. It's kind of weird. So they're trying to paint you to appear like you're greedy. They're trying to paint you to appear like you don't have an imagination, which is odd, because I get the sense that whoever you are, you have constantly stood in who you are your entire life. And there's no confusion in regards to who you are in your foundation, being the Queen of Pentacles. There's no confusion there. And anybody creating distortion or confusion, I would imagine, is likely not looking so, not like somebody I would want to approach personally for any type of advice or help in any type of regard, to be honest with you. So they painted you to appear greedy. They painted you to just be like a passing experience. Like, oh yeah, you could go see this person and pay them for whatever service they have, but you're only going to be met with disappointment because they're just going to stop. They're not going to be able to fulfill it because they don't finish anything, is the sense I'm getting. They're also painting you off to be maybe greedy or rude as well, which is far from who you actually are. So that's where I'm getting this energy here. So I just want to clarify through some of my cards here, your new beginning in the Tower. Just to get an understanding or an idea of what was presented. Clarify this Tower. So the Tower was rewards. It was gifts. It was winning the lottery. So this is what they didn't see. It's like they saw you have this complete tower and thought, oh, look, her life is ruined, or his life is ruined, however you identify in regards to this Queen of Pentacles. Place it where it fits, guys. don't make it fit if it doesn't. But this tower is essentially you were rewarded and you were gifted. And it was like a once in a life, like you were winning the lottery of your life. And it was probably a very beautiful experience for you because you realized your worth. You realized who you were at your core. You realized yourself. You had self-love for yourself. Or you realized you have self-love for yourself. Maybe you didn't before. Maybe it took this whole experience to go through for you to finally say, you know what? This is enough. And this is what I'm getting from this tower and this from this fool, starting this fool journey, right? This is your gift. This is your reward. So we're just going to clarify, pardon me. I just want to clarify these cards here. Do I want to use... Sorry, I'm just kind of toyed between two decks looking at me here. I do hope everyone's doing well. I know I just jumped into this reading. I just started pulling cards and I was like, oh, actually this is, I think for somebody needs to hear this. You might be feeling lately like everything maybe has come to a standstill, or there's some form of energetic lull in some way, shape, or form, and I understand there's some confusion there. So I'm coming in with this reading for this regard. So we have the rewards cards. We have to just clarify the rewards. Three of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you went through it. The Ace of Wands also came out. It's like you refused to be hurt by something. You refused to be hurt by something, and that pissed a lot of people off. That pissed somebody off, that you refused to not play this game of whatever this was that caused you to change your direction in whatever way that was. And because of this, you were gifted this Ace of Wands. You were gifted the power. You were gifted your authority. Clarify gift. And we have the Two of Swords here for the gift in reverse. And when I look at this, the gift is essentially, because this card in this deck is about balance, it's about courage, it's about friendship and agreements and situations of conflict. But you didn't come to any agreement with anybody. You said enough's enough, and you closed the door. And that's where you found your balance and your courage. And that's the gift. That was a gift in itself. And it was like winning the lottery. Now, what does this mean, winning the lottery? Maybe you won the lottery, for real. The lottery of life. And this is justice. This is justice. And you could identify as a high priestess, somebody who's intuitive, somebody who's connected. You're just sitting there getting all your divine connections through your ancestors, through God, through however you connect. You're like a beacon of light. And this was something that they did not see. They did not see this coming. And that's what I'm getting from the Tower and the Fool, your new journey. So that's great. So it was, they saw it as a big tower, but really you were like being rewarded. So we're going to clarify now the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords in reverse energy. Clarify what the Seven of Cups distortion is. So mind control in reverse. Oh, no, it's not in reverse. I'm holding my cards upside down. Sorry, guys. So mind control. So they did mind control on you. No, it was in reverse. Anyway, it doesn't matter, these cards. So mind control. So they did some form of mind control here. Or attempted to do some sort of mind control. Controlling some sort of dynamic, some sort of plot. Something about a son Maybe you have a son, something about your grandpa, and something about a co-parent. So some sort of mind control in regards to a child, in regards to someone you co-parent with, so you might be a parent, something to do with your grandfather. Verify. And boomerang. So it's been all sent back. Whatever this was, whatever this energy was, this mind control energy in regards to, I feel like grandpa is past. I don't feel like grandpa is here because I'm being showed my grandpa. None of my grandpas are here. So whatever this was, because it did come out like so, although it's just like a send back. Your son also came out like so. And so it likely maybe looked as though it was working, but it wasn't. And maybe you co-parent with somebody, and maybe it caused some sort of discord, or maybe this is a co-parent that caused this type of illusion. Maybe it was a grandfather. Maybe it is a grandfather that caused some sort of illusion, mind control, spreading gossips or lies on your name. And then we have a corrupt official. Somebody who has some sort of somebody has some sort of status in regards to being an official. So this could be a cop, this could be a lawyer, a doctor, this could be a teacher, this could be somebody who's an official of some sort. And they are manipulating or abusing their power. Likely due to childhood trauma and something to do with an inheritance. So you likely triggered their childhood trauma. And I believe they got notice of an inheritance. And this was reason for them to attack you in this way, to attack your co-parent and attack your son. Your grandpa went up to bat for you, but maybe there is a grandfather in the mix for some of you that did speak ill. And this is about this energy of transference. So some sort of mind control energy transference was going on. And it's all been, it was like they sent it out and let it hit, and then it came right back because of your grandfather. For some of you who have grandfathers who are passed. This is what I'm understanding. Okay. So moving forward from here, it brings us to a Six of Cups. And the main part of the energy was about today. It was about the beginning of the day into the current energy. So this is what's going on now. There was a Six of Cups in reverse going on for you today. And the Six of Cups in reverse, you may have found yourself you may have been met with, let's say, maybe some emotional disruptions today, maybe some discord wherever you went. Maybe you were finding like little blocks or walls, maybe triggering this Seven of Swords understanding from the past. Maybe the Seven of Swords understanding you're just coming into understanding now. Maybe you had this inclination that it was going on. There was something weird in the energy, but maybe you couldn't formidably put it together until recently, or maybe even today. And the Six of Cups in reverse is, just like triggering energy. It's like this ripple effect. And I do find this is in the energy lately. It's like what happened, let's say, a year ago that may have been a big fundamental thing in your foundational standing. So something to do with your core, your character, who you are, something foundational about you. Let's say a year ago today, you had this pivotal moment that you decided you weren't going to entertain this journey in a specific direction. You changed course, okay? This alone created this ripple effect out, right? And all these things that were going on for you were being almost emanated at full blast, so you could really see the truth of the reality of what you've been experiencing. Because I think prior to that moment, it was like a switch went off where you finally realized something was off with it. But before that, like the mind control card came out, right? Where did that card go? Anywho, you guys saw the mind control card. The mind control came out, right? So maybe you were under some form of mind control in some way, shape, or form. Maybe this type of interference was going on with you so that you wouldn't wake up to the reality of what you were living. Like you would just keep accepting these tiny little breadcrumbs, if at all, just some form of disrespect or discourse in your life. Like you were just supposed to sit back and take it. Like you meant nothing to whoever this person was. And so today, you may have been met with this type of interference, this reminder. You may have like even found yourself reminiscing over this past experience and how much has changed since it started. If that makes sense for any of you, I don't know, but that's just what's coming up. So some sort of interference, emotional discord, maybe even some form of, you may have been met with some form of disrespect or arrogance. Maybe you felt this type of energy within you and you're like, where did this come from? This is not me. Who is this in my energy? Also, at some point, too, there was some sort of pain. I think 855 is significant in the left side of my back. So there could be some form of significance in regards to the feminine energy in your lineage. It could be a family member, it could be a mom, it could be a sister, it could be even a brother, but it's a feminine energy is what I'm getting. It could be a brother who's in feminine energy. But it's like your maternal lineage. It's something to do with your maternal lineage. So could be people on your maternal lineage side. This is current energy, some form of pain in the back. So maybe somebody is not feeling well, going through some form of discord. Today is November the 2nd, if that means anything for you guys watching the video, 2024. And at 8:55 is when I had this experience, and I got the sense it was like maybe somebody's mother, maybe they're going through a lot of internal sharp pains in the back. It could be also spell work being casted at you, some sort of energy attack as well. But I'm really getting that it was the energy of like how somebody is feeling, and I feel like they're maybe in your energy. And so you may be experiencing this or feeling this as well. So take that however it resonates. Maybe someone isn't doing well in their health. This card here too, also, this is at the exact point when this card came out, when that experience was illuminated for me. This card also brings up ill health. So somebody could be in ill health. Somebody could be also going under severe stress. For creating some form of cruelty for you. Anyways, this could have been in your energy today, just this reminder of what you've been through, maybe implementing in layers and levels of your life. But it's like you may have let it happen. Let's say you found yourself grumpy at some point today, or people in your life, let's say you're a parent, because the Queen of Pentacles also represents a parent or a mother, and there's also co-parent that came out. So let's say you're a parent, and let's say your kids were acting up today. Let's say they were having emotional discord or cause just after like candy season, right? And let's say they were just jumping off the walls all over the place and not listening. And it was like maybe having to raise your voice a little too much to tell them to sit down or to put the candy away or whatever it was. There's some form of disturbance causing you to not be in harmony or balance. And it could have been transference of energy through multiple people that surround you. So it could have been just going to a coffee shop. It could have been your actual kids. It could have been your partner. It could have been a parent. It could have been anybody you associated with today in some way, shape, or form, where you had some sort of shift in emotional friction in regards to them. And what I'm getting with the next card that comes after this, because this is also a part of gifts. This is also underneath, what was it? Gifts, winning the lottery or something. Like this could be also a part of your gifts, like fine tuning them as well. The Sun card underneath the cups, Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords in reverse. The Sun is essentially like, this is telling me that in regards to this experience today, because in your environment, like let's say you may have let some of it get to you. But as soon as you did that, you realized what it was, and it was like there was no sweat off your back. Like it was like you were letting it go. It wasn't a big deal. And it maybe took you a little bit of the day to get to that point too, and that's okay. It's about personal development. The Sun card is, it's like this is enjoying, you're still enjoying your life while you're gaining personal development. And this is because you're understanding all the things that are happening, all the I can't say this word, insignificancies. Oh my gosh, I can't say that word. All the serendipitous moments that occurred that kind of illuminated the past in a similar type of tone, but different this time because you knew better. You've been through it and you knew it wasn't happening. You knew what it really was, and you were able to enjoy your life more today because of that, or at least still attempting to, even though you were going through that. As whereas maybe a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever it was for you, it may have knocked you off your ass. You may have been sick yourself. You may have been going through the motions of whatever disturbances were being transferred your way. So it's just kind of showing you the test of time and what you've been through. And that you also have this understanding that wherever you go in life, you're going to be just fine. And that's like the key to this, right? Then the Strength card came out in reverse. And the Strength card is like essentially you were being tested today to no avail, which you realize you were learning. And even if it was after the fact, that's never too late because you're still learning and you're changing. And that's like pivotal in regards to this, right? Because you may know that you're going through something, and yes, you may have lost your patience, let's say, or let's say it caught you off guard and you became a bit emotional, whatever it was for you. You still understood that it was, at some point you realized it illuminated like, oh yeah, oh shit, I did that, but it was really this. And that's okay, right? Because it's all about learning and growing and evolving and reflecting, as long as you do the reflection. We're ending it off with the Three of Swords and a Knight of Swords in reverse. And this is like they wanted you to be in this chaos energy, this sorrow energy, this heartbreak energy. But it was very clear that you may have felt all of those things today, but you didn't entertain them, if at all. You were able to like kibosh them pretty quick. See you later, you know? And this is a Knight of Swords in reverse, who is creating this for you. So this could be the significant person that was creating all this chaos this whole time. And this Knight of Swords in reverse is essentially somebody who's abusing their power. And this could be that official, right? This could be that person that's a official in ranking in some way, shape, or form. This is essentially like they're wasting their energy to distort yours. Like it doesn't really matter what they're, like whatever they're trying to do on you is ridiculous. Like it's a waste of energy. It's like, what's the point of doing it? Like you're not doing anything to this person, but they keep coming after you. And it's just kind of like, it's like, this is what's happening. It's not like it's really affecting you in any big way at all. And if it is, like you're able to get past it and through it, and everybody in your surroundings as well, it sounds like. It's not like it's wasting much of your energy. It's just a stupid annoyance, like getting a little mosquito bite, right? And what I'm also getting off this Knight of Swords in reverse is it's like they lack this understanding of feelings. To keep trying to cause you sorrow, right? To heartbreak. They keep sending you things that will make you feel like in a heavy heart energy. And it's like they don't understand the implications of the moral, like there's no moral integrity here. Like it's like they can't pump the brake to stop. They just can't help themselves. So I just want to look into this Knight of Swords a little bit more. Yeah, the corrupt official. So that's who that is. And so for your inheritance, and your inheritance could be The fact that you won the lottery, just walking away and starting anew. And maybe you received gifts. Maybe the high priestess came out, remember? So like maybe your gifts, maybe your ability to connect really irks this person, and that's what they're pissed about. Anything else? In regards to this, Three of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse. It's like whatever they're sending back to you is heading, it's hitting them. It's not touching you the way that they hope it is. They can't touch you the way they hope they could. Well, the way they may have once been able to is no more. It stopped. It's definitely over your inheritance, corrupt official. I don't feel like any other cards want to jump out. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Co-parent again. Son. Again. So this could be somebody who's a co-parent. They could be dealing with a corrupt official. Something to do with your inheritance, and something about your son is of importance here in regards to this co-parent. So this could be a co-parent that you have a son with. This could be involving, let's see if there's anything more about this co-parent son. Clarify co-parent. Yeah, placing you fighting this energy here. Son, clarify. Yeah, the Seven of Swords out again. This time there's like being sneaky and deceptive. That's a corrupt official. And we have a King of Wands here. This is could be a third party. Part of the third party. Spell work, King of Wands. The King of Wands is essentially the authority figure in this deck, I believe. It's like it could be a judge. It could be a cop. It's a person who takes decisions or makes decisions. They come across as they should be honest and fair. This is giving me judge energy. So Seven of Swords, sneaky and deceptive with a judge energy. So your co-parent could have a judge. I can see this in a couple of ways, only because I have a dynamic where I'm in a partnership with somebody, and we have children together, and I have children from a previous relationship where he co-parents with me, but I also have a co-parent on another side of it, right? We co-parent our first two children together. So this could be a multitude of ways depending on the situation that you're in. And that's illuminating here for me. So you could be somebody who's separated from somebody and had children with them, and maybe met somebody else and continued on with a family with them. And maybe you're moving forward in this new life with this new person who is also a co-parent to your previous children. And maybe this old relation, there's some form of discord in regards to that. Because I can't see it being in regards to who you're with now if you're with somebody, right? But it could also be that there is some energy in regards to a corrupt official and a co-parent. So the King of Wands also tells me, just because of the third party, that maybe they could have been paid off. So this ex-co-parent that you're dealing with, or somebody of that stature for you, may have some form of connection with a judge, and they may have paid them to be sneaky and deceptive. Maybe you have a son with a new partner, and maybe that is part of the illumination in regards to the discord that they're trying to paint on you. Clarify inheritance. Yeah, it's like Five of Pentacles. Like they might be finding themselves poor. Maybe they're trying to make you poor. Maybe they've been struggling and they feel like you should struggle like they are struggling. Or maybe you're just not struggling. Maybe they don't understand how you were looking on the up and up while they're still fighting with this lack mindset. And there's a Five of Wands. Yeah, so they're fighting stories that aren't there. It's like they're creating this dynamic and they think they're fighting you. They're coming up against you with some form of a corrupt official. Some form of a corrupt official. And something with... Sorry, I thought you could see these on the camera. Something with a King of Wands and a Seven of Swords. The King of Wands could be a judge. And the Seven of Swords is sneaky and deceptive. The King of Wands also kind of illuminates magician to me too. Like they could be pulling the wool over someone's eyes, trying to create some sort of disruption, or maybe they're paying somebody to do that. Then you have the Five of Swords. Maybe they're putting that energy. Today's energy had a little bit of emotional disturbance in it. Maybe they're trying to get you to fight with your partner and your son to try to disturb your inheritance. Maybe your inheritance, maybe you're getting some form of literal 3D inheritance, like the winning the lottery came out, or maybe you have inherited some gifts and, you know, to maintain them, to get them to continue to strengthen, or to you need to be in a specific kind of energy, and maybe trying to keep you in this emotional turmoil is optimal for this Knight of Swords in reverse to be creating for you. Anything more? Yeah, and it's about your relationship. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's like a disgruntled ex who isn't happy about you moving on, and they're causing some ruckus behind the scenes for you, trying to act like they're not. They're paying off a corrupt official. What's going to happen with this corrupt official? Actually, let's see if anything here will come out. Can you clarify corrupt official, please? Something about a truth speaker. So maybe you're speaking some truths. Maybe you're talking about what's happened between you and your ex and they don't like that. Maybe they're trying to come at you for telling the world what happened. It's funny to me. It's like if you don't want people to speak the truth about who you are, then you might want to think about how you played in someone's story. Anything more? Clarify corrupt official. You know, you might be with somebody who you have a magnetism with, and you might have a daughter. Maybe you have daughters and sons. Maybe you have a daughter and a son. And maybe you're speaking some truth, and maybe this person is looking at every attempt that they can to try to make you look a certain way. But I don't think it's working, because I think who you are really does shine through. Something about a daughter, something about a twin flame, and you're speaking your truth. Yeah. And so this is just the message today. This is what came in. And we're going to just take a couple more cards to see where this is all going. Let's keep on this corrupt official and this inheritance and speaking the truth here. Sun-daughter energy here. Twin flame. Just going to move these guys out of the way. So they're trying to create some form of disturbance for you so you cannot get ahead. I want to see, where is this going to go? Because it says the Three of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's a return to sender. That's like whatever they're sending to you is not really working. So where is this heading? Where is this heading? This corrupt official, this inheritance, about this truth speaker here. We've got a Three of Wands. Well, this is all about assertion of force, and that's what they're probably attempting to do to you right now. But this is also about some form of exchange, some form of discovery can also be here. If you see this angels walking through here, and it's like they're seeing something that maybe wasn't seen before. So something could be popping up just sporadically that might pull all of this off kilter. Let's see where that's going. Yeah, we got the King of Pentacles. And a Ten of Cups. And it's like the King of Pentacles, when I see him in this card, it's kind of like, what do they call? A referee crossing their arms to say, no goal. It's like, this is what I see when I see this card. It's like not happening. This could very well be a judge. Maybe the corrupt official that they're hoping to obtain isn't going to be available. Is it not going to work? Something's going to happen. Because the King of Pentacles is also a person of power, and it's somebody who doesn't beat around the bush. They're very practical in their intelligence. They're very intellectual, and all their endeavors, they utilize their they utilize their information on the level that it is. So if it's just business, it's going to be a business brain they're going to be using. And if it's just normal activities, it'll be that. So when they work, they work to the book. And this is leading to a 10 of cups, which is like a wish fulfillment. So I get the sense that whatever this is playing out, however this is trying to play out in your life, it's not going to work. You're going to end up very victorious. And this person who's coming up against you is going to be open up a whole can of worms that they don't really want to. And this is your blessings. This is your winnings, your lottery winnings. This is your gifts and your rewards for choosing you. I hope this made sense for somebody here. I hope this helped you see things clear in some way, shape, or form and pull you out of the mud that could have been your day today. And just remember that on the other side of all of it, there's always this shining light that's shining, and it's shining for you, and it's leading you home to where you're supposed to go. And you could see this very clear in the Sun card. It's being illuminated. And not just is it being illuminated, it's also casting out of the dark the joy that you should be experiencing. It's just allowing you to utilize things in a different way. And this is a part of your gifts. And this is what makes you very different from the rest. This sets you apart. And this is why you're getting your new journey. I hope you liked my reading today, guys. Please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you again for sharing space with me. Until next time. Sorry, I just tripped over my words. Somebody could be tripping over the words right now. They could be speechless with where you're going or what you've achieved. Anywho, until next time, take care.